Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Friday Night Hangout with the Craft Beer Nation. Tonight, this is episode 177, and we are celebrating beer from Deschutes. Very fantastic brewery out of Bend, Oregon. Make a lot of different styles, got some really notable beers. But before we get started, I want to point you guys to our podcast, Pints and Quarts. Last night, we had the pleasure of having Yepi on from Evil Twin. Notice how I didn't even try to say his last name because I butchered it on the air last night with him. He told me I wasn't even close, and I was like, you know what? Everyone knows who you are. So it was actually a really good show. So we encourage you to go check out that podcast. You can subscribe to the Pints and Quartz show on iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, any whatever podcast form you use. We're there. Also, follow us on Twitter at CBN Community. We're on Instagram at craftbeer_nation. We are on Facebook. We're on Google Plus. So we are very attainable. You can reach us. You just gotta try.
Look for us.
Find us on YouTube. Subscribe to our page. We got a lot of different ways for you to get in touch with us. So do it.
Craft Beer Nation.
Love
Craft Beer Nation. Craftbeernation.beer. Craftbeernation.org. So both of those work. Nonetheless, without further ado, once again, Deschutes Beer. We're joined by a cast of regulars. One not so regular we hadn't seen in a while. I'm assuming he's been doing some traveling, but we'll be sure to rib him pretty good throughout the show. Gil, how you doing tonight, Gil?
I'm doing awesome, man. I'm drinking Deschutes. They're one of the original, like the class of '88 breweries. You know, They make amazing stuff, and I'm very excited. I'm halfway through my beer already.
and he just opened it. Freddie, how are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. Drinking also a Deschutes that I don't get distributed over here, but a nice gentleman sent me some, so great to enjoy this.
Jeffrey, what's going on, man?
What's up, kids? Drinking some Deschutes as well, so looking forward to it. Sorry I haven't been so regular, but you know, us OGs have issues with the regularity sometimes. So
Fiber, man. You get
fiber, prunes, the prunes.
Linda, how goes it? And Linda, you're in Bend, Oregon, right?
I'm in Corvallis, but I am in Deschutes' backyard. Yes,
Yeah.
I am in Deschutes land.
I don't know why I always think that you're in Bend and not Corvallis. I don't know. How far has Bend from Corvallis?
It's a ways. I mean,
okay.
it's definitely a car drive.
Well,
Well,
in relation to, you know, for her it might seem far away. For you, she is close, right?
Right.
Yeah, in relation.
I'm 3,000 miles away, Linda. Don't talk to me about a car ride from Deschutes.
But she's riding a bike, man.
That's true. I do
Yeah.
not own a car. So Bend is really, really far from me.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so Gil, what Deschutes? Well, first of all, before we get started, Deschutes is indeed, like Gil said, a class of '88. I think that class of '88 includes Deschutes, Great Lakes Brewing, I believe.
Lakes, yeah.
Was it North Coast? The guys that make Old Rasputin.
Yes.
Who else am I missing there?
Good question. We should know because we did a show on them.
I know, and this is the point where I put a little bit of spaces between my words and talk a little slower to give Gil a little bit of time to get the huh?
To go Google it.
Yeah, get the Googles working. You know what I mean?
I know. The other one I know is Rog. Rog.
Oh, Rogue, they don't count.
And Goose Island, but I'll let you know all of them. Oh, here it is. So
What was
North Coast, Goose Island. North Coast, Great Lakes, Goose Island, Deschutes, Gary Fish. Don't even know who they are. No, Gary Fish is the owner of Deschutes. Forget about it. I think that's it.
Is Dogfish Head part of Class 88?
No, it's not on the list here.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like I named all the ones that mattered. So.
So Deschutes, North Coast, Rug, Goose Island, and Great Lakes. That's it.
Okay. So, Gil, which Deschutes beer are you drinking tonight?
I drink.
Or not just tonight, but just right now at the
Right
moment.
now, yeah. So I have Black Butte 27.
Great beer.
That's 27th anniversary. So this beer is, um, it's bourbon barrel aged. So it tastes amazing. I mean, and they say here it's blended with apricot puree. It's something I didn't know. I knew they use pomegranate in this beer, but I didn't know about the
Wait, did they use pomegranate in 27 or in 26?
No, this one here they use let's see, they use the apricot puree, cocoa nibs, and pomegranate molasses and spices.
Wait, then I haven't had that one. I had 24 and 25. Wow, I'm two back.
25 is 12.5% currants, because I just had that at a bottle share tonight at work.
Because this
I
is
had that
American
at
level.
yes, sir.
This is a little smaller. This is well, how drunk are we're a bunch of drunk people. Like this is only 11.6%.
Yeah. Like, oh.
Yeah.
We don't bat an eye at that.
I think this came out in July. I think.
It's a lawnmower beer.
Yeah.
And I just
Oops.
I just love this beer. I mean, there's a lot of you get the bourbon, you get the cocoa nibs, you get everything, and I like the idea of the molasses because it gives you like a little bittersweet end to this, this malt kind of a beer. The rum is, I mean, you get a lot of the chocolate through. Has a nice mouthfeel. It's medium. I would like to be a little more chewy, but I don't mind to be medium body at all. Has a nice head, but it's gone already. But beautiful lace. Look at this.
I mean, that's what's gonna happen with that ABV, though, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
it goes
Yeah.
away pretty quick. But yeah, you definitely do get everything they promise. And I always repeat that. Uh, I rather have a beer that I might not like as much, but if they say there's coconut in it, I taste the coconut, and I might say, oh, maybe not good, but I still got the coconut. Then I have a beer that tell me, oh, I have this and this and that. Yeah, I get none of what people promise into the label, and this beer is nothing like that. You get the chocolate, you get the molasses. I don't get the apricot though, but maybe it's just masked with everything else. It's beautiful. I mean, it doesn't taste like a big beer. There's a little bit of you get a little bit of the alcohol, but not as much. I could see this beer becoming great maybe 6 months from now, sitting on the shelf.
I that beer was in my grocery store, and I kept walking past it because I mean, it's like a I don't know. I think that particular one was maybe something like $18. It was an expensive bottle.
Yeah.
And I kept walking past it like, man, I'm not spending that on that beer. And then
Oh.
finally one day I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. And I went, and it was gone.
It's $5. It's $5 of wax.
Yeah. But that's the newest one, right? The 27 is 15, right?
That came. If I'm not wrong, that came out in July. I think they. Let's see. The shoots normally they.
Does it say 88?
20th.
Does it say 88 on the cap underneath the wax? Because I just opened the 25 tonight, and I didn't notice that before. But
yeah, it says nothing. It's black.
Okay.
I know they say that's.
No, on the inside of the cap, go.
No, it was on the outside. Yeah,
On the
yeah.
outside. This one doesn't have it, but they have a best after July 20th, 16. So it's interesting that see they are suggesting you to rest it.
Age this, yeah, for sure.
Well, they do the same thing with Mirror Mirror. They do the same thing with Abyss. And I gotta tell you, Abyss at about 3 years old is primo.
Oh yes, that beer. Well, that beer is. That beer is a good beer for a journey because it changes so much.
Oh yeah.
But this, yeah, I can see it's a little warm yet, so I can see why it would be nice to rest for, and before I see that, I just said another 6 months would do a lot to this beer, and I think would add a little more body, would get a little more, that all the oak, all the coconut sit down and mellow a little bit. So it doesn't matter. Even I think it's good now, and I'm sure it's gonna be amazing a year for now. So this is a great beer. I love it. I think it's well done. This should just kill. I mean, the original, the Black Butte is already a fairly. It's a decent beer. I'm not gonna say it's a 5-star beer, but it's a really good beer.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Freddie, what's gracing your glass?
All right,
I know you don't get Deschutes, but you were fortunate enough to have a
actually,
kind
yeah.
buddy
So
hook you up.
Mr. Gil Mello sent me a nice little box over here, and that was IPA for Ray.
Ah.
Oh, that was the one I was too.
Yeah. So yeah. Again, so it's my first time having it. I've had Black Butte, I've had Bis before, but again, so it's not available to me, so it's a little bit more difficult. But nonetheless, right off the bat, yeah, it's nice. You get that. It's like that really nice golden, fluffy white head. Like a mixture of bubbles in there. The yeast in this, the Belgian yeast, because it's a Belgian IPA. The Belgian yeast on this it's adding, like, you get like a lot of that like a pear apple note to it. I mean, the aroma on this smells ridiculous, like almost like a candy apple, like awesome smelling. I mean, I mean, actually, I don't know I didn't even bother to look at the ABV. But who cares, right? Nonetheless, no, because it's super. It's like really light on the palate. It's really easy drinking. Like, you can see, like, this is something like you want to, like, in the summertime. Like, if you're out grilling. This is like one of those beers, and you can just really enjoy it. It's light enough, tons of flavor in it. And it's not overly bitter. It looks like the hops add like a little bit. I get a lot of citrus in this on the palate. And to go along with that again, that Belgium, you get that little bit of the straw taste from the yeast. This is really good, man. It's very easy.
Yeah,
to drink.
the
I can see myself drinking this.
It's 6.5.
6.5, yeah.
I had no idea that was a Belgian IPA.
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean, once you smell it, you can get it. Like, I'm telling you, this thing is just aroma. It's filled with that, like almost like a candy apple smell.
Oh man.
Yeah, it smells really, really good.
You get kind of a straw yeast kind of a flavor
Yep.
to it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can definitely get the straw on the palate.
Is that beer seasonal?
It's rotating.
I don't know.
It's not always on the same time. I think they do a couple times a year, and it just changes. It doesn't have a specific time of the year. Just keep rotating.
Because we haven't had Deschutes for a full year yet, so I haven't seen that one on the shelves.
Okay.
So I'll definitely be on the lookout for that one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Cool.
Very tasty.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a good one to look out for.
For sure. I'll definitely be on the lookout. Let's move it on along. Jeff, what are you drinking, man?
Yeah, I went in the store tonight to try to get some Deschutes, because we get it here regularly, and it's usually all over the shelves, and I'm walking in there, and I couldn't find anything. They had like a 6-pack of Inversion, and I said, I can't come to the Friday night hangout with that, and I asked the guy, and he said, oh, we got this over here, and, I walked by this thing 3 times. It looked like a schmaltz label. I thought this was like a schmaltz Hebrew beer or something. It just didn't look like a Deschutes beer. It's a Doppel-Dinkelbach, so it's a Weizenbach. I've never heard of it before. It's a collab with Distelhauser, which is a German Bavarian brewer that I have had before. I've had
Which number is that, Conflux?
It's Conflux 3. Conflux 3. So I guess this is, brewed once and retired, and it even has a best by date of June 17th, but it's still fine. So this is made with Dinkel malt, so it's spelt malt, so it's something that they usually use for baking bread. It's not really a beer brewing wheat malt, because it's real hearty and got like a lot of protein, but So what you get in this thing is it's got a even bigger kind of Weizen nose than what you normally expect from a Dunkelweizen. It's very sweet and fruity, almost a little bit syrupy. But you just think, when you close your eyes, you just think like German black bread or German brown bread. I mean, that's what kind of keeps coming back up. It's got a real big kind of bready note to it. But it's very good. It's 10.5%, 10.7%.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big double box.
Yeah. It's not hot at all. I mean, you can tell it's got a little bit of power behind it, but it's not it's pretty easy drinking. I hope they bring this back. I'm gonna go pick up another bottle of it. It's pretty interesting.
What's normally per double box? It's normally not that high, right?
No. Normally a Weizenbach will be like 7 or 8 maybe.
But that's a Dinkel Doppelbock.
Yeah, Dinkel. So the Dinkel has, I think that it's like a really hard-shelled grain, so it has more protein, and I guess that maybe translates into more ABV down the road.
Yeah, okay. I thought that would be more like a bready kind of taste. I didn't know it would add
the
beer.
Protein. No, the protein shouldn't affect the ABV.
Okay.
It maybe if it has a lot more starch that gets converted into sugars, then yeah, that's possible.
I think what does it makes it a little more bready, kind of a.
Yeah. Well, then maybe it's definitely bringing that to it. So that's maybe the characteristic. But I'm not sure really how they got this thing up to be almost 11%. I mean.
Did you say it's oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just about to say that I think that Doppelbocks, man, that's a underappreciated style.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean,
not for me.
That can be a really great tasting beer if you like typically like full-bodied, malt forward, sticky type beers. A good Doppelbock would do you good every time, yo.
Schneider Weiss Tap 6. Yep.
Doppelbocks are actually the liquid. When you hear people say, liquid bread about beer, but actually the liquid bread is a Doppelbock.
Chris Phillips, here's to you, buddy.
Yep, I was just gonna say.
Yeah. So you said that's a collab with a European brewery or something?
Yeah, it's a Deschutes, which I've had that before in Bavaria. They're like halfway between Nuremberg and Frankfurt. I've never seen their beers in the U.S. I'm pretty sure they don't distribute. It doesn't really say. It says a collaboration between, but I'm pretty sure it was brewed, in Deschutes is what it sounds like. So I don't know the nature of the collab, but so there's I think I got that right. Deschutes. Yep. Is that semi-focused?
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Cool. Well, yep. I've never even heard of that one, and I'll definitely.
They're totally regional, and they're just in that kind of central Bavaria. So I was kind of surprised to see that, So it's interesting. I don't know how those guys hooked up. I'd like to research that a little bit.
Because the Deschutes get respect.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, Gil.
They did a Conflux collab. I think it was what's that, the guys with the dog face. Man.
Smutty
Lagunitas?
No.
I mean, no, because they have
the little dog. Yeah.
Yeah, the dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. No. I got a blank now. But Brian, they make the beer that sold for $1,200 there. I'll remember the show.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
We can't talk slow enough for Gil to remember that.
But yeah, I've never even heard of that beer, Jeffrey. And
yeah, me either. And I honestly I didn't really know about this Conflux series. So I've had quite a few Deschutes beers, but I'd never had the Conflux. So I guess is it always a collab, Gil?
Yeah. Hair of the Dog.
Oh.
That's their first Conflux. They did a collab. It's called the Collage. It was excellent. It was I'm trying to remember. I think it's an American Strong Ale.
Just for the record, the guys with the dog face.
Well, the Hair of the Dog is it's a dog wearing like an old hat. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll allow it.
Gil's tripping already.
It was just like a generic description.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey was spot on when he said smutty nose because they have like a A
Yeah,
white dog with the yellow hat.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I could think of, man.
His muddy nose make they have an older dog. They make one of my favorites. Brown ales is made by his
I couldn't imagine Deschutes like stooping to collab with those guys, though. You know.
There's no such thing as a favorite brown ale. Go. Don't
Yeah,
be
yeah.
ridiculous.
I love brown ales. Maduro from
Follicle.
No, you don't love it. You enjoy it. You don't love it. Don't
Dude,
be
hey,
ridiculous.
no, Randy.
I buy it. I buy it.
Just-
If I buy it, I like it.
Let me just ask Low Country Randy. You can't groove on a Follicle Brown by Holy City?
I enjoy it. I don't love it.
Okay.
Yeah, you
You'll groove on it,
And
but
even so, that's like a hoppy brown ale too, though.
Yeah. Anyway,
Linda.
we digress.
Yeah, totally. Linda,
I went with the basics tonight because
I just because you said that, I know what you're drinking, and I want one so bad right now.
if you have precious sweet, that's
Starburst. Give me a Starburst.
I agonized over which one to start with.
And
But
you
this
went
this one is definitely,
Ugh.
definitely my number one. I have to go with Victoria on this one. I know Victoria said this was her favorite too.
I'm going to the store. I'll be back.
This was one of the ones that really started me into IPAs a little over a year ago. Oh my God, I drank this thing the first time, and it was heaven.
But it's a new recipe this year,
Right.
and I think it's so much better. I mean,
It is better.
amazing.
I mean, now they've always said that it's juicy. This year, they really mean it.
Yeah.
It really tastes like they just took the hop and just went right in the glass.
You know,
Fantastic.
Linda, I sometimes I have a hard time making a 6-pack commitment, but like 3 6-packs that I will always buy, and that would be fresh squeezed, a High Lie, and Flower Power. I can drink those 3 beers anytime, man.
I've had the High Lie, and I agree with you on that. I would pick up more than 1 6-pack of that at a time.
Have you ever had the white oak? Okay, we digress again.
Yeah, again.
Anyway, back
But-
to
Anyway,
Stay on course.
one of
It's
the
good beer,
things
not
one of the
digressing.
things that I've noticed here on the West Coast, I don't know if it's reached anybody else yet, and I put a picture up of it on the event page, is all the new artwork. The new artwork is so beautiful. The new artwork is so beautiful. It made me make a purchase today I wouldn't usually make.
sucker.
That's why they do it, right? That's called marketing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, I'm on the other hand. I think the beer got better and the label got worse for me. So that's-
Really? No, I think this artwork is just
That-
gorgeous.
The little banner, like the summer ale and all the the little ribbon, and it's.
Hold up
Yeah,
the.
I mean, we do have a ribbon on our logo, so I can't.
Okay, the River Ale on the event page, on the picture on the event page, the River Ale has the original artwork of the case.
Wait, which one's the River Ale?
This is the brand new.
Oh.
That's their session ale. This is the brand new artwork, and this was just so much more.
Right, but show the
inviting.
bottle. The box looks nice, but the bottle looks
Hold on, let me
I don't
blue
know.
box it, Linda.
Maybe.
Hold
Yeah, I
on.
don't-
Yeah, I can't see it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm like what a lazy designer. Just no.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
want to
so.
see like Robert Redford there and a river runs through it, you know?
But as long as the beer gets better, I don't care.
That's
Linda,
that was a Bob Ross label.
looking at the picture you posted, Linda,
Yeah.
so like there's a picture of the old Mirror Pond
Yes.
box, and then on the bottom right, there's a picture of the new label. I think I
Yes.
definitely prefer the old one.
I like the new ones. I think they're so much richer in visual stimulus.
I'll tell you what. I'll
Ooh.
drink the beer. I'll drink the beer. Put the bottles in a warm water. Nicely get the labels out and mail it to all you guys, and you can do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Wait, somebody said Bob Ross painted the new label. Freddie?
So Linda, now to the important stuff. What's the appropriate food pairing for fresh squeezed?
Fresh squeezed? Oh my God! Put it with whatever you want.
Okay.
You can. Oh, you can.
That's
drink
kind of a lazy way out for you. I'm disappointed.
It is a lazy way out. But you know what? I would drink fresh squeezed with literally anything: sweet, sour, meaty, bready. You know, pretty much it goes.
Okay.
Okay, you guys want another tree? Go ahead and put another tree in there. Put a little bit of.
Couple birds.
Wait! You didn't make the hat. You didn't make the tree happy.
Look,
You
it's
happy,
like
man.
Did you see the one that Doug posted today?
Yeah.
For goodness sake, these are happy trees.
Yeah.
Happy trees dancing along the river.
Oh man.
it's from Oregon, you know.
Oh man.
We're all happy out here.
Here comes
but
the game
it's not because of
comments.
the trees.
I'm afraid that was funny. It does look like a Bob Ross. Ever make a mistake in life? Let's make them birds. Yeah,
I'm
birds.
making a label. Well, looks like a tree. Let's put some green down.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all ain't gonna talk about Bob Ross, okay? Bob is an American legend, okay? Oh, okay. Well, let me talk about my beer.
Yeah,
the best for
Please.
a while, man.
So this is probably the first time we've celebrated a brewery, and we've gone through the whole panel, and nobody had the same beer. We've all had different.
There's only
beers.
There's only 5 of us, Randy.
That's a good point too. That's a very good point. And Deschutes make like 5 summer beers alone, right?
Yeah.
So I'm drinking a 2014 Reserve Mirror.
Nice.
This is their barley wine in the English style. This beer clocks in at 11.2%, 53 IBUs, Millennium and Cascade hops. Exactly what you expect from an English barley wine. You know, you on the nose, it's like raisins almost jumping out on the nose at you, like. Yeah, raisins for sure. And
Is that really dark? Can you hold that up?
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
That is pretty dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a sticky beer, man. I mean,
have you ever had that side by side with Mirror Pond? I mean, you can't tell that they're the same beer. You know that's the base ale. I mean, they totally transformed that thing. You know.
I thought it was just an inspiration, and then they just I didn't know the recipe was really the same.
I thought they made it from Mirror Pond.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I was.
But Mirror Pond is a pale ale, though.
I know. That's what I'm saying, dog.
Oh wow. I've never had this beside Mirror Pond. I'll say that. Okay. But now you got me curious.
No. But they made a batch of a double. It was a double pale ale or whatever they call it. It was a one-off.
That would be an IPA, sir.
Well, that's true. But you know, I never understood the whole Imperial Pale Ale with the IPA, with the double IPA. It's so much marketing that I can't process all that.
Well, it's weird because when I went through Safeway today, I counted 6 IPAs, not counting pale ales, but IPAs. At least six different choices.
From Deschutes?
From Deschutes alone.
That's what I'm talking about.
They love IPAs. They love IPAs here in the Northwest.
So we could have all had IPAs and not had the same beer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All from Deschutes. But yeah, this beer it's like a beautiful, like a dark ruby colored. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. You can see it right here at the bottom. Right
yeah. I can definitely see the bottom.
That's nice.
Is that purple behind you that's reflecting that?
This guy. Every Friday. Anyway, it's a sticky beer, loads of dark pitted fruits. I'm drinking this beer relatively warm. Which is, I'm sure it is the appropriate temperature for a barley wine. But to be honest with you, I would have rather started it out cold so I can see how it transformed as it warmed up. You know what I mean?
Let it develop.
Yeah, nonetheless, man, it's a great beer. if you're a barley wine fan, you're never gonna turn this one down. It's a barley wine ale with 50% of it was aged in wine barrels. I'm not sure what kind of wine barrels, but Jeffrey, to your point, the Reserve Series romance all began with our first release of this limited edition brew, Mirror Mirror, born of a double batch of Mirror Pond Pale Ale, is an inspired barley wine layered with intriguing nuances. Blah 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 blah.
That's real crazy.
So
we should probably ask Doug, because he's kind of the resident barley wine connoisseur. But I mean, to me, that one's is like definitely top 5, craft beer, U.S. craft beer barley wines. I mean, it's excellent.
I am having a hard time drawing the parallel between this beer and a pale ale.
Pale ale.
Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what's crazy about it to me.
How do they do it?
Yeah. I'm having a hard time with that.
It's
somebody was smoking something really good.
Well, they made it work apparently, right?
So Jeffrey, you were speaking about top 5 barley wines. So if you had to pick one top 5 American brewed English style barley wine,
I like this. I like Bolt Cutter. I like what's it? Is it Sticky Monkey, the Firestone Walker one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
delicious.
Also,
beer.
Also Sukaba too.
Yeah.
Sukaba's my favorite by far, and I mean, and I love Kickin' Chicken from Santa Fe.
It's all right, but I wouldn't put it top 5 probably.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
Boris ain't here. You don't have to be fronting for him, man.
Maybe not top 5. Maybe not top 5. But I'll tell you, it's on my top 10 barley wines.
Yeah.
I think they do an amazing barley wine. And I have a barrel aged version somewhere around here.
Wait, the barrel aged version is Kickin' Chicken, right? The other one, the regular version is Chicken Killer, right?
Right.
No?
I think you're right.
Where is it?
He got his hands on it. Well, I don't know why he's still reaching, but his hand was just on. It's right there. It's right in the front.
Come on, man.
We got to help him with his Dewey Decimal System for his card catalog.
Yeah, the imperial system. No, just.
You just need to drink some of those, Gil. Shit.
I'm trying to drink my stuff down, but I keep invite people to come over, and then some people say they're coming, and then
Here we go.
Cancel the last minute.
I canceled one time.
That's enough for me.
My wife had to go out of town for work. I think that's why we canceled.
Randy, we might have to go make a little trip.
You know what? I'm not explaining myself to you, Gil. I've explained myself to you before. If you don't like it,
after all those background comments.
Gil, are you still on your Black Butte 24?
Yeah.
I mean 27.
27.
Yeah, that's all that's left. Yeah.
That's a sipper. You don't want to chug that thing, man.
Well, it's gone.
Okay, chug it then.
What's Fred? Are you on the second beer?
No, I'm just chilling because my second beer is gonna be off style.
Okay.
Jeff,
Jeff, you're drinking a bomber.
Yeah, but I'll be back. I got like 5 minutes. I've got another Deschutes to rock up, but.
Linda.
Dude, if I didn't have another Deschutes beer, I would throw myself in front of a truck.
All right. So what's your second beer?
This one is one that I normally definitely would not pick at all, but Pine Drops is supposed to be one of the really, really fantastic ones.
Okay.
It's more yellow to me than it seems in the photo. Maybe my video camera is kind of weird. And the head seems to hang around forever.
And that's one, by the way, Linda, that's one of Gil's favorite glasses right there.
Oh, the Fort George glasses?
That's called the Willie Becker.
Oh, really?
Willie Becker.
No
you can drink an IPA on a Willie Becker. You can drink like a malty heavy stout, and it's a really, really good glass.
This is actually one of my favorite glasses because it actually tells me where 16 ounces is.
I'd rather not to know.
Right.
Now, the scent of this is like getting a pine branch right up the nose.
Like drinking some pine tip tea, as they call it, or whatever it is.
No, actually, that's
I wonder if they use a spruce tip on that beer.
That's something I actually went over in the September Fest video. This definitely like a long branch pine, smells like it, but the taste is not so much crawl up in my nose pine. It's much more balanced. I don't know. It's a little more. The taste is a little more grainy than piney, so it's not obnoxious to me. Okay. That's usually why I do not pick up pine IPAs, because I don't usually like the taste of it.
So did you pick up a sixer of that, or did you just pick up a loose?
No. I picked up a 6-pack. If I pick up Deschutes, I'm picking up a 6-pack, unless I'm picking up a bomber.
Okay. Is Che drinking it?
Yes, Che has had it. I think he probably likes it a little more than I do.
Is he drinking it right now?
Are you drinking the pine right now? Yeah. He's drinking it right now. What do you think?
Is he wearing a kilt?
He thinks it's fruity. He thinks it's a little fruity.
What? Wearing a kilt?
No, he's not wearing the Santa kilt yet. God, we have to get the Santa kilt first.
That's funny. That Gil. Gil.
Yeah, kudos.
I know.
Right on the perfect timing. Boom.
Absolutely. He's here all week.
No, just today.
Just today. Thank you, Black Butte.
But you know, if you're looking for an IPA that has pine, but it's not obnoxious, then Deschutes is definitely what you're looking for.
I think I had that beer recently, Linda, and I'm kind of like, I like it if they market something, like if the name says something. I mean, I want it to represent, and I was expecting that thing to be a turpentine bomb, and it wasn't really, to me, it wasn't that coniferous. I mean, it's piney, but I was a little bit underwhelmed, and maybe I shouldn't have read the label so much, but I was expecting that thing to just be a pine cone bomb, and it wasn't as much as I thought.
But
I think it may disappoint some people there, but
did he just say
like coniferous?
Coniferous, yeah.
Coniferous.
And
I
was wondering,
beyond me.
Being an Oregon brewery, if they have anything made with spruce tips, stuff like that.
Yards makes a spruce beer, but that's not Deschutes. So
no, it's really it's
Pennsylvania though.
Yeah,
it's really weird, because if you use spruce tips with certain types of hops, it does not turn out piney. It definitely turns out fruity. And I cover that in one of the videos that I took from September Fest that I'll be posting in the Craft Beer Nation article.
Who would have thunk?
So if it's fruity, you'd have to call that beer the Kilt Lifter, huh?
The kilt lifter.
Where's Ricky when we need him? Huh?
Yeah.
So,
but Deschutes makes a cream ale that is like under 3% ABV. I'm trying to remember the name. I only saw it once.
I don't know. I think Deschutes River Ale at 3.9 is the lowest I've ever seen.
No, they make a cream ale. I will remember the name as we go on the show, but I know it's a cream ale. It's an orange cream ale that's like less than 3%.
So, with Linda being in Deschutes' backyard, I would be remiss not to mention the fact that I think it's pretty much widely known now that Deschutes is looking for an East Coast facility. In Virginia, the Richmond area, I think, is in the, well, not the Charlottesville area, I think, over near Matt, like where like Devil's Backbone and those guys are. I think they're in the running to be the home of Deschutes East. So
more power to them. Yeah.
I look forward to having a lot more of their offerings.
Yeah. So I was wrong. The lowest ABV they make is a Petite Sour American Wild Ale, 3%. So that's our lowest ABV beer.
I've definitely never seen that.
I'm wrong so often. I'm making a thing of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're not surprised.
Neither am I.
That's right. That's what makes it fun when you're right. We're like, oh.
Right.
It becomes a big thing, right? Oh, look, he's right.
What?
So, Gil, beer number 2? No?
Well, I'm gonna open my mirror.
Okay.
I'm on 2, so I moved up to inversion IPA. So This is a nice beer. Honestly, I'm not sure I've ever had it before, but it's got a really nice kind of bracing bitterness. It's grapefruit and pine. I mean grapefruit up front and kind of pine resin on the back. This is pretty good. Better than I was expecting. It's I don't know the IBUs. Sorry, I didn't have a chance to research it. It's I think it's like 7.6 or something, 7-8% ABV.
Which beer
pretty
is that?
bitter. It's an inversion.
Oh, inversion.
I'm guessing it's maybe 70-ish IBUs, something like that.
6.5, I think. Let's see.
No, not
7,
6.5.
7.8 or 7.5 maybe.
It's 6.8% alcohol.
Okay.
80 IBUs.
I was close. Come on.
I was close. What's the difference?
Gil, the important part that you're still wrong. So
I'm still wrong.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's the important part.
You're wrong.
Thanks,
I gotta tell
Freddie.
you, Jeffrey.
Thanks, Freddie, for keeping
got
it in
you.
perspective. Yeah, man.
Two wrongs
Jeffrey.
will make a right.
Yeah, bro.
That beer has Millennium hops, Bravo
Really?
hop,
Okay.
Centennial hops, Northern Brewer hops, Cascade hops, Delta hops.
Delta. I don't even know that hop.
They put a whole bunch of hops in that bad boy.
Yep. We worship the flower, the hop flower, that is. You know you do too. Inversion is our tribute to that flower with plenty of balance, finesse, and personality to feed the hop lover in us all, packed with flavor. I just
some
added
hops.
that last part for you, Randy.
Have some hops in your beer.
Yeah.
And on their site, they say Paradise is stumbling upon our whole flower hop room and inhaling. Inversion IPA is the close you can get without knowing somebody. So, yeah, a lot of hops there for discriminating.
I would love to be around when they're brewing that thing.
I'm
Love
on
it.
to my second Twilight, their summer ale, Deschutes summer ale. It's a blonde ale.
Freddie, do you know what I love to use that Twilight Ale for?
Tell me, I'm waiting. It's a blonde, but yeah, go ahead.
Bread. Oh
You
man,
put
does
it
that
in
make-
bread.
Yeah, you
Let's-
actually make
When you
bread.
listen,
with it.
when you like listening to your bread CD, I found your diary underneath the tree.
This is what I do with these kind of beers.
Yeah, quaff them. You quaff them.
Done.
Oh my.
This is why we miss Jeffrey, man. You know what I mean?
No, dude, I got a story about that beer because the Twilight that was my other choice that I almost brought out, but like my one of my daughters, she's got a boyfriend. They've been dating for like 3 years, and like he always comes over and drinks my beer, and then like he came over for cookout, and he brought some beer, and he brought a 6-pack of that. So I'm still got the last one of his 6-pack of the Twilight. So
He's an alright guy then if he's drinking
He's
craft
bringing
beer.
you beer.
he's a dweeb. He's a dweeb. I'm gonna break that one of these days. But
He's putting up with Jeff, so that's
yeah.
He's probably
Does your
nervous
daughter
in all the
know?
comments, bro.
He's nervous. He knows that. That's
Yeah.
part of my strategy, Fred.
Yeah.
You gotta
He's
keep
nervous.
and whenever you shake his hand, you gotta break at least one knuckle, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Does your daughter know how you feel about him?
Oh, she knows, and she's like, she doesn't like it, man. She's like, Dad, why are you so mean to him?
It's like she does, no,
Freaking weep.
the right sentence was she doesn't care. That's the right.
Yeah.
sentence.
No,
Okay,
she knows.
there's a difference between being mean and being rude. Being
I'm just keeping him on edge.
That's right, yeah.
Being mean is totally called for every single boyfriend out there, every
Yeah.
single girlfriend.
That's
Let him
funny,
know.
man.
Your
Right.
mom, your
Good.
dad.
See, Linda knows. Listen to Linda. That's the female perspective. She
Not
knows
gonna
I'm being
make it
reasonable.
easy.
Jeffrey, how old is your daughter?
23.
I can imagine my daughter's 23. She bring her boyfriend over and she's like, why are you so mean? I'm like, 'cause he whack.
I'd rather not imagine that until I have to.
Yeah.
You see how cool I am?
Right? And like,
I mean, I only let my fingers mark on his neck, just.
I'll be sitting.
That's like the first Bad Boys when Martin Lawrence.
He went to the door. He was like, "Who is you?" I'm gonna be that dad sitting by the window with the window up, and he drive up. And when he get out the car, I'm gonna yell and be like, "Cameron, your whack ass boyfriend here," and make sure he can hear me.
Just don't bring a Bud or a Coors to the cookout.
Every time,
Because I won't even let you leave. I'll put you in the dungeon.
every time my daughter bring my boyfriend, I'm gonna be on my underwear, black socks, tank top. You know.
Oh, Gil, even we don't want to see you like that.
Brazilian wife
That's
beater.
exactly my point. You know.
That was a
With a-
real
with a-
crazy description.
With a
Yeah.
Craft Beer Nation hat on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
too much
on.
information, man.
Yeah.
That's our new T-shirt. Gil and his Brazilian wife beater. And his,
Cleaning my bow and arrow and explaining how bad of an aim I have. Yeah.
We have
Honestly.
officially. That's the biggest digression of the night.
yeah, that's good. That's a good one, man. It's all good.
I'll tell you what.
Thank you, Deschutes, for this.
Yeah,
Fresh and Squeeze is just, man, this beer is
excellent, right?
Did you not just say that you were going to open your mirror?
Yeah,
But
I was just gonna say, is that a barley wine? Because I don't think.
I wimped out.
I think we talked about it on another hangout. But isn't like the hop profile for Fresh Squeeze kind of like a trade secret? He won't release what's really it's made of. What are the hops that are in that?
I don't care as long as it doesn't stop making it.
Yeah.
Actually, well, it says as if fresh Citra and Mosaic hops were squeezed straight into the bottle. But yes, there are other hops that are in this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, I'm regretting. Now I'm the only one who's had like a big ass barley wine tonight, and now
Oh, you got this, man. That's a session beer.
Don't worry, Randy. Off air,
Come
we're
on.
gonna go in.
Come on, I have a 10.6%. What you talking about?
Yeah, I had 10.7. Relax,
Okay.
dude. That's rounding error.
Bro, I
What you
had
got?
6.5.
Hey,
Randy,
the-
it's okay. I'm the one that tries not to get drunk at Friday night.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
Look, so Fresh Squeeze, according to the Deschutes website, Citra, Mosaic, and Nugget.
Okay, there's more than just Citra, Mosaic, and Nugget in this.
I don't know. I definitely get the nugget. You know, it's the same nugget nectar, the red ale from you get a lot of that same kind of aroma on the nose, not as much on the palate on this beer.
But Gil, you're the resident Mosaic hop expert. You don't get any Mosaic in there?
I get a little bit of the Mosaic, but not as much. It's not prominent. It's not for me. I don't know.
I don't think it was supposed to be prominent. I think the Citra was supposed to be prominent.
No,
Well, do you get grapefruit?
I get a lot of nugget hops on this beer, and I think that's why I like it, because I like nugget hops as well. But you know, Citra, Mosaic, and Nugget, it's all good with me. I love those.
Yeah, because the 4A I was drinking earlier, they say on their site, it's Nugget, Amarillo, Mosaic, and Galaxy. Obviously, we don't know what's prominent, but you don't get too much of the what you would like if you just use a Galaxy or you just just represent Mosaic. You don't get all that like mango, the passion, like the tropical notes that you would think you would get.
Yeah, Amarillo is a good hop too, man.
Yep, absolutely.
And pair that with Galaxy, whoo, that might be a winner.
I love any hop.
Because you hate Galaxy.
I can't stand Galaxy, so nobody buy Galaxy hops.
Ever.
I like noble hops as well, so it's all good with me.
Not me. Noble hops do not serve a purpose.
Come
I'm just
on,
kidding. I'm kidding, man. Calm down. Calm down.
like,
Calm down,
This is about to
killer.
go off, boy.
how you block people on Hangouts?
That already in?
I mean, but you gotta admit, there's nothing memorable about Mosaic hops. You know what's gonna be like, ooh, my favorite hop, Saz.
Suck.
Not Mosaic, you mean noble hops.
Did I not say noble
am I
hops?
the only-
What did
am
I
I
say?
the-
You said Mosaic hops.
Oh, I meant to say noble. My bad.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Am I the
gonna be
only
like,
one willing-
That's
am I the
that
only
barley
one willing
wine.
to pay for? Am I the only one willing to pay for Mount Hood single hop dales?
probably.
Yeah.
But
I don't
you
know what Mount Hood hops are.
but-
I don't know that hop very well.
if you get like an English barley wine and stuff, like they use noble hops, and I think that's a nice base hop for that kind of beer. You know.
There is nothing like some good East Kent Goldings. Oh my goodness, that hop is bursting with boredom.
Bursting with boredom.
Well, you know, yeah, I have to agree with you. There's
Oh shit.
low alpha acids doesn't really bring anything to the plate. Mainly, like once you get addicted, it's like opium, right? You get addicted to all those high alpha acids. That's all you wanted, and then you get that beer that has very low alpha acid, very little bitterness. It's like, yeah.
Well, I mean, I have to admit that, okay, River Ale, this is definitely a session ale for a reason. There really isn't a whole lot to it. You could probably drink with most anything. It's got a nice color to it, but it's pretty
basic.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's bursting with blah.
There you go.
There you go. Yes, it is. It is.
I'm saying,
it'd be a good one for somebody who has never had beer at all.
Yeah.
You give them a Deschutes River Ale, and that'd be a pretty good introduction to somebody who's never had beer.
Leonard, that's good for all. That's saying it's true for all noble hops. I mean, noble hops are not there. The only thing they're gonna do is provide balance to multi sweetness. There's not gonna be like this wonderful flavor profile you're gonna get from noble hops. I mean,
which is So I guess they do serve a purpose, right? You would think
they serve a purpose, but nobody likes them as a favorite hop.
Yeah, well, I think maybe, but before you even know that though, like, right? Because like she said, like if someone who's just like, all right, let me just drink this beer, and you're like, just give it to them. They have no idea what the hops are. They're just like, all right, this is an IPA, and this isn't like destroying my palate, or it's not overwhelming me like with flavors that I just don't know like how to discern this. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but if you're making a beer like ESB, or you're making English barley wine, those you don't need to have that high bitterness.
Yeah, it serves a purpose.
Right, it does.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think I prefer English barley wines over the American ones because of that.
Yeah.
Now I know noble hops came from Hallertau, didn't they?
No such thing as a noble cop, Linda.
Hop.
Not nowadays.
Noble hops came from Hallertau,
I don't know if they all came from Hallertau.
No. Well, in general, noble hops were supposed to have come from Hallertau. Now, Hallertau is a very disease-resistant variety. So coming to the Northwest from wherever Hallertau was created,
Bavaria, I think.
The disease resistance definitely would have been important out here.
Well, noble hops are most European hops. Most European hops are considered like Pilsners and Machsen. All those beers are used noble hops. So it's not only from Germany. It's kind of a spread a little bit, I think.
But I mean, agriculturally, noble hops would have served the purpose of having more disease resistance, but perhaps a little bit different flavor profile.
Yeah, I mean, it's especially considering the roots of the root of beer in America being the lager, being a German style of beer. I mean, you can understand, like, noble hops coming here was probably one of the first ones they tried to grow over here. Right, and so I mean, you know.
Well, I think the four main noble hops are German hops, and that's why say the name Einheitsgebot. I can never say that.
Einheitsgebot.
Yes.
Well, we have let's get back on the shoots. As we talk about all this,
hops.
Yeah, noble hops specifically. We wasted all this time talking about whack hop. Anyway,
something that doesn't matter, right?
Right, exactly. What? Who cares about hops? Jeez. Just kidding. So I mean, I'm still on my same beer because I'm home with the kids by myself, and I'm not gonna get too wasted.
Well, I think I ran through. I pretty much ran through my three: my fresh squeeze, my pine drop, and my Deschutes. I mean, I bought 6 packs each. I won't break out the Twilight because that's for bread.
I'm sitting here trying. Okay, yeah. So Freddie, you should have saved that IPA foray because next Friday is Belgian style IPAs.
That's all right.
So Freddie's like, "Oh, don't worry. I have it. I have it covered.
Not to worry."
So that said, we had a lot of Deschutes beer tonight, and I don't think Gil had the only repeat beer, and that was the fresh squeeze.
Which is
Pretty-
worth the repeat, yeah.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about it. That's a world class IPA, man. Will never disappoint you. So that said,
Deschutes has such a range.
oh yeah,
Fantastic.
fresh squeeze is supposed to be, I think, a seasonal release for them.
It's supposed to be, but we see it year round
all
here.
the time. Yeah, yeah. So, but I am not complaining about that.
Yep.
I am not complaining about the availability of fresh squeeze because world class IPA, probably a little underappreciated in the world of IPAs, but no one has ever. If you hear somebody look at me now, look at my eyes. If you hear somebody complain about fresh squeeze, slap them.
Hit 'em.
Yeah, if you're in the Northwest and complaining about the price,
slap them with the bottle in your hand. So anyway,
a few years ain't gonna do nothing.
So be sure to join us next week when we talk about Belgian style IPAs. That should be pretty interesting to see how across the spectrum we can get with that one, because I mean there's quite a few Belgian IPAs that are brewed in America, and there are some that are brewed in Belgium too. So it should be an interesting show next week, and to talk about how the Belgian style yeast interacts with the various different hop combinations that we'll probably come across. So thank you for joining us tonight in our celebration of Deschutes beers, and we will see you next week. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
cheers.
Craft Beer Nation.
In the